I have a few games up for batting. Some have said that it's quite a strong list here. I will go through the game, read out who submitted them, and what they're all about right now. Well, actually, once I've had a quick drink here. Righto. First up, we have Dominions 5. We've had this on the channel before. We had it for a full day, and the game actually grew on me. Especially when I wasn't having to fight bloody teleporting birds in it. So, this is some absurdly, crushingly complex game with dozens of races, screeds of backstory, magic, metals, monsters, and you fight for the dominion of your god in this turn-based strategy game. I've also made a note to myself to change out the music because the Dom 5 music is copywritten. I need to run with Dom 4 stuff. We've had that before, so you'll probably have seen it already. If not, well, there is a certain amount of strong backing for it. The other games, though, there's Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alpha Gemo put this one in. He says, it's a Zelda. Use English dubs to annoy Max. You can finish before Nitro does, despite having played it forever now. Open world, variable length, depending on interest. Very little hand-holding. Lets you go where and how you want. Plays different from all the other 3D and 2D Zeldas. No traditional dungeon or weapon system or freedom of movement, more environmental. Could be gunned in 8 to 10 hours, more likely about 30 hours with the main quest and such. Over 100 with all the side objectives. Well, that won't be happening. Super Mario Sunshine was put in by Howie. Sunshine is, in my opinion, this is Howie's opinion, an underrated Mario game. Fun, relaxing game of most people's childhoods. Yeah, babies. It's fairly long, and if you want to go for a full completion with 120 shinies, it'll be a long play. Not that it matters, but for a game made in 2002, it's fairly pretty. How Long to Beat clocks this one in at 16 hours for 50 shinies finish. Then there's Silent Storm. Goka Ryujin puts this one in. Turn-based tactics game inspired by the original XCOM. Silent Storm takes the tactical squad management, sets it within World War II, pairs it with a 3D engine simulating bullet physics, lines of sight, noise, and destructible environments to create a remarkable tactical experience for its age. Paired with a limited roster of soldiers that can and will die, both the Allies and Axis campaign lead to exhilarating highs and crushing lows, ETA 40 to 50 hours. But the way I like to think of this one as it's World War II Xenonauts. And we had a lot of fun with Xenonauts. I don't know if we can edit it to have chatters in-game, but I'm certain there's a way to do it. Looks like a game fueled by Stellinium. I'm certain we can make that magic happen. And the final choice here is Dying Light. IP Freely put this one in. God knows why they'd use that name. First-person action survival game set in a post-apocalyptic overrun by... Man, they put screeds and screeds in here. You take a crowbar, wrap it in barbed wire, have it spray napalm and or electrocute zombies. Da-da-da-da-da. State of Decay 2, Tier Plague Ferals, come out at night, rip you a new one, more wacky upgrades on melee weapons, etc. It's a rather pretty game with its own elements of exploring, scavenging, meeting weirdos in the Middle Eastern, non-Dubai-like setting. No cars, you have a weaponized parkour combined with grapple hooks to navigate around 50 plus hours easily if the god-awful main story doesn't break you first. Oh, how about that? So of all these games, I've played Silent Storm before for a couple of hours, and I played Dominions 5 for about 12 or so hours. The other, well, I've helped my mum with Zelda Breath of the Wild to solve a few puzzles, but maybe that amounts to about 5 minutes. Still, it's not me that decides which of these go forward, it is you. So I'm going to start a poll right now. Well, not right now, I need to type it out. New poll. So, next Longplay. Dominions 5. Interestingly enough, the guild still accepts input when it's not my active window. Such madness. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Bing Bing Wahoo Sunshine. Silent Storm. And Dying Light. We're an oligarchy around here, and that means if you have bits or tons of vote swingers, you can use that to influence the vote. We're going to run it for 3 minutes, and we're going to start it right now. Don't I have some kind of chat poll thing that shows up here? There we go. There we go. Alright, Dom 5 and Silent Storm. It's going to be a two-horse race here, and a lot of support shown for Silent Storm. I can't help but feel that people were drawn to the idea of World War II Xenonauts. I'm debating to go all out in Sunshine, says Chumro. You'd have to really go all out here. It's only got 5% of the votes. Whereas Dom 5 and Silent Storm together have almost 90% of it. It's a close one between the two. And you know, there's still 2.5 minutes to go in this one. All the more reason to enjoy some... Come on, what's the best tune we have here? Spartacus, I think? Come on. There we go. Get the good tune from Domina for this one. Neck and neck between them, Dom 5 and Silent Storm. So what I remember of Silent Storm is early on thinking, god damn, this is janky stuff. But as I played more, I thought, this is actually pretty good. It wasn't until I played Xenonauts that I actually went, oh wow, you know, Silent Storm was just this but World War II. I could appreciate it a lot more. Then again, I can't only sing the praise of Silent Storm there. Dom 5 is crushingly complex, but a lot of fun when it clicks, and it does eventually click. Jake, those are a lot of vote swingers needed to swing. Well, there are a lot of them in circulation. To put it in context, 3 million of them just changed hands. That's enough for 1,000 votes, just based on this one prediction that we had. It is close. Dom 5 or Silent Storm. Dom 5's managed to pull ahead by a reasonable margin. 2% at this level is quite a lot of votes, but Silent Storm's still bringing it back. I feel sorry for Chumro and his love for Super Mario Sunshine. It was not coming together, and wow, Dying Light just died on its feet, not even with 10 votes here. Callum says, oh man, I don't want to spend any money to make Jake suffer. I don't know which one you'd mean by that. I mean, I think I'd enjoy both of the games. Silent Storm is probably the longer long play. But as for Dominions 5, I've actually asked Scipio to put together what exactly a long play of that would be. Because you can't just play one and be done with it. I want to explore the races, and I also really want to thug up with Ulm. So we'll be returning to them. We're coming into the last 20 or so seconds here. It's still tight between them. 3 votes currently between them. Now it's 4. And, you know, if you'd just taken the votes from Zelda or Mario or Dying Light and shoved them into one of them, we'd have a victory there. Only a few seconds remaining. Will it be Silence or will it be Dominion? It is, at the last moment, Dominion's 5, pulling ahead with 4 whole votes. It looks like Matty Mayo, Franco, Scipio, the trio are very, very happy with that. Sorry, Silent Stormers, but you just didn't have what it takes to bring it forward as the next long play. No, it's going to be Dom 5. It's going to be starting next week. It's a strategy game, but the strategy segment's going to be filled up with Victoria 2. So I'll need to figure out my schedule, but I'll be doing that on my days off. Righto, Dom 5, Vicky 2... As long as it's no more of this guild. Luminek. I did not expect to come away with such a bitter taste of guild in my mouth at the end of this, but it's not just that the challenge was so hard. I think it's because having a blind force play on very hard mode meant that I didn't know what I could do. I couldn't do almost anything, and it was just back and forth of making my printouts constantly. What a miserable experience this was. And it's all the fault of this mysterious individual, Jagged Jimmy J. We'll have to find them, and we will have to flog them. But that'll come in due time, much like this long play, and Victoria and everything else to come will, because Monday and Tuesdays are my days off. Like I said, I'm going to spend that time making a lovely Caesar 3 map, which I'll share up with the 5 people that care to see it. So cheers for joining for this abhorrent weekly one-shot. Oh yeah, and we rolled more candies to be... Okay. There's a lot of misery in the future for me. But we'll deal with that, and we shall press on as we always do. So once again, cheers and cheerio.